I'm Cassandra. Welcome to Benchmark Boutique. I'm happy to be crafting with you today. We are going to be making this 5x7 greeting card that says thank you. This is a lovely card to give to a teacher. It also works well for colleagues and mentors. If you've already downloaded your file, you're in good shape. If you need to go get that file, you can find it on Benchmark Boutique's Etsy shop, as well as Benchmark Boutique's Teacher Pay Teacher shop. Once you have downloaded your files, go ahead and cut them out on your electronic cutting machine. A Cricut or a Silhouette works wonderful for this file. And then go ahead and pause the video here while you are getting those materials cut out and ready, because next step is assembly. Let's review the supplies we're going to use to build our card today. We have all of the tools and adhesive laid out here. You can use whatever works for you. There's not a wrong answer. And here are all the cardstock pieces after we've cut them out. Now let's go ahead and get things assembled. First step is gluing on the whiteboard. I am using the tacky glue here. I like the extra grip that it gives and that it's still a little bit workable because it takes a minute to dry. Going to add the frame around the base of the whiteboard. Get that on there, make sure everything's lined up. And now here is the part that requires attention to detail and patience, is adding the interior of all the letters, and make sure you keep track of them because they can sometimes wander away from your workspace. They are very delicate. And the next step is going to be assembling the marker tray. I'm using a glue pen. This has Elmer's glue all in it. I like it for this very detailed work. Not a wrong answer. That's just the adhesive I prefer. I'm going to glue the white base of every marker on first, and then I'm going to go through and add the colorful cap. When I'm adding the caps, I prefer to add the cap that matches the background of the card to the middle. Again, there's not a wrong way to do it. This is your project. That's just my aesthetic. And once we get all of these cute little marker caps in place, the next step is to fold the end tabs of this section with the markers so that they will be ready to glue into the larger 3D box of the marker tray and be part of that mechanism that lays flat in the envelope. So I'm going to put a little dollop of glue on each end, and then we're going to build out the exterior box of the marker tray. Pay attention to where this tab is because it needs to go in the back of the tray. That's very important. Otherwise, you'll have a tab showing in the front and it will be a little bit less aesthetic. And again, pay attention as you're adding the marker tray on. You want to make sure that the tabs line up. The markers are facing the front and the tab is glued on the back half of the marker tray. That tab is in the back. Everything looks good. And now you want to test it to make sure that lay flat mechanism is working okay for you. And you don't need to work out any little kinks. It is a tiny little thing, so sometimes you might have to fuss with it. Fold your card in half. I like to use a bone folder to make sure my crease is nice and crisp. And take the tape runner and glue down this back part where you can write a sentiment. I like to be kind of generous with my tape runner. Get everything settled into place, smush it down good. And now it is time to add that lovely 3D marker tray. This is such a fun card, such a great card for a teacher. I'm going to use a hot glue gun to secure the marker tray here because I don't want to mess around with the liquid glue where if I stick it in an envelope before the glue's completely dried, it could tack down and lose that 3D pop. So I'm going to glue just a little bit, take my tweezers, make sure everything is secure, and then work my way down the rest of the marker tray. There you go. Pull off any strings that might be hanging out. Test it, make sure it lies flat, and there you go. You've made your card. Thanks for crafting with me today, friends. I had a wonderful time. I hope you did too. Until next time, I'm Cassandra with Benchmark Boutique.